on. I haven't filmed in a couple of days, but my Old Navy package got here, so I wanted to unbox it really quickly, and then we'll see what I get up to this week. It is Monday. I've spent all day cleaning and also reading. I'm reading Quicksilver, which I really like, but I'm about halfway through it. And why is Kingfisher so mean is what I want to know. I think he might be like too mean to be redeemable, but like I said, I'm only halfway through, so I might change my mind, but I'm gonna unbox my package because I'm really excited to do so. Oh, I got this jean dress. I'm gonna have to try it on. This cute little skirt. It's like an athletic skirt, but I thought it was really cute, and it doesn't look like it's going to be see-through, which I feel like is a problem for white clothes. I thought this would be really cute for summer. It is basically the jean dress, but in like this striped linen. It's just a pair of regular denim jeans. I'm gonna try all this on and then let you know how I feel. I just think this dress is going to be so cute in like the spring with some like sandals, but also in the summer, and I feel like in the fall too, with tights and like a black turtleneck. I did get this from the kids section in Old Navy, which their stuff, the kids section can run pretty big. I'd say like a woman's extra small to small. So yeah, and you save a ton of money. The only thing I would say is that since it is from the kids section, the straps are going to be pretty short, and the length is going to be pretty short too, but online you can size up a lot. I might return the skirt and the jeans. I felt like the skirt was too short and kind of tight, and I wasn't loving the fit of the jeans, so we will see. But I definitely love this dress, and I love the striped dress, and I think they will be staples in my wardrobe, and I think they're just super cute. So I'm really happy that I got both of them, especially this jean dress. I just love this. I don't really have anything going on today. I think I might read some more and maybe edit a new video. We will see. I also wanted to film a reel, but it's been so like rainy and gloomy that I haven't really gotten to it. Also, there I am in the background in the mirror, but I can't get the mirror off the wall, which I did think about doing, but I think I'm gonna go read some more. I need to clean up my mess that I made trying on the clothes I got, but I'm halfway through Quicksilver, and as I said earlier, why is Kingfisher so mean? And I'm almost halfway through the book, and I feel like not much plot has happened. Is Quicksilver a series? Because if it is, then that would make sense why there's not much plot in the first book. But like, so far I just feel like we haven't accomplished much except being mean to Saris. Is that how you say her name? And I've seen like Quicksilver spoilers, so obviously I know like the main love story, but I'm like, how do we get there? Because I'm just thinking, if that was me, no way. But you know, something must change, so I'm very curious to see what that entails. But in fact, I think I'm gonna go read some more, and hopefully we'll get a development very soon. I am over halfway done with Rebel Witch, and so far I am really loving this story. And I'm not sure when I'm gonna finish it, but hopefully soon. I think right now I'm going to bake some lemon bars, but the day is so nice that I wanted to bake a little bit, read a little bit. I've been editing all morning, so I'm tired of doing that. So I'm gonna relax a little bit. Okay, it is a while later. It's almost 4 o'clock. Right after I filmed that last clip, I went outside and worked in my flower boxes for a little while. I pulled some weeds and just starting to get it ready for new flowers to get planted, because not all of my flowers made it through the winter, unfortunately. And I'm sitting on the floor. I got my Cody. Say hi, Cody. Anyway, I just finished baking those lemon bars. I ended up putting blueberries in them. I've never had lemon bars, so I hope they're good. I've never made them either, but I just thought I'd give them a try. They have to chill for a while. I'm using a microphone. Let me know what you think. If I should use it all the time. I know I can talk pretty quietly, so hopefully the mic makes it better. But I showed you earlier I'm over halfway done with Rebel Witch, and I am so curious to see how it ends. I love this book so much. I just think that this book in specific is the perfect enemies to lovers, and the tension between them is palpable. You know what I'm saying? What is that word? Palpable. I just feel like their tension is so thick, and I can't wait for them to get back together. I did peek at the end. I can't wait to see how that happens, and their tension is so crazy in this book. The first book, in my opinion, did not feel like true enemies to lovers because they kept their true feelings secret from each other, so they were both pretending to be someone they weren't. But the second book, everything's out in the open, and it feels much more like enemies to lovers, because in the first book they were definitely pretending a lot of things, and the second book they do pretend, but not to each other, not as much. It just feels like real enemies to lovers this time. It reminds me a lot of Powerless, the Powerless trilogy. I haven't read the last book, or I'm off on a tangent, but it does remind me a lot of Powerless, and kind of like the feelings it's giving me of enemies to lovers. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add, but hopefully I finish Rebel Witch tonight, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to start next. I did start reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and so far I am not very interested in it. I think it's hard for me to feel invested in the story. It just doesn't, it's not very, engaging to me. Maybe it is the genre or the storyline. I'm not sure, but I'm not very interested in picking it up, but it is on my TBR for April, so I'm going to keep trying to pick it up. But I think I might move on to reading The Strawberry Patch Pancake House, because it has been pretty sunny the last couple of days, so I feel like it is the perfect time to read that book, since the sun is starting to come out and it's starting to actually feel like spring. But first I need to finish editing this video, and hopefully that won't take too long, because I'm definitely tired of editing this video. That's what I'm gonna go do, so that hopefully I can start reading very soon. It is now Monday, and I didn't actually get any reading done yesterday. I was watching a lot of TV on my iPad, so didn't get any reading done, but that's okay with me. I have to tell you, those lemon bars I made, I thought they were done, but I've never made lemon bars before. And I looked up, like, how do you know if they're done? And I really thought I had figured it out, but I did not. So they are raw, so I'm going to have to throw them away because I'm not gonna let that discourage me, even though it does suck because I have had that problem with cheesecake before, and I might be asking for disappointment because I'm going to attempt to make cheesecake again today. And because, you know, you just have to keep practicing. It's okay if you don't get it right the first time. So I think I'm gonna make cheesecake today, and there's like these Reese's no-bake bars that my boyfriend really likes, and I'm gonna make for him and try to make cheesecake again because I'm determined to figure out how to successfully make cheesecake. That is my plans for the day, and I really want to pick up my book today and finish reading. It is really warm and sunny today, so I think I'm going to open up the windows and work in my garden some more and just enjoy the nice day. I have a lot of fun plans. Oh my gosh. Also, I have this really cute dress on since it's so warm today, but the only thing that bugs me is the straps are a little too long, so they fall off a little bit. I do think this dress is super, super cute. I love to wear blue, but this is actually the first time I'm wearing this dress because it's been so cold. I haven't gotten the opportunity to wear it yet. So I'm excited to wear it today and bake again. Try to make a successful dessert. But I really wanted to finish editing a video yesterday, and that didn't happen. I almost finished editing and then didn't want to do it anymore. So today I am determined to finish the video and post it. This is kind of a late post this week, but I don't really have too much planned. I am a homebody at heart, so the days I don't have much planned other than enjoying some of my hobbies is some of my favorite days. Like, I don't think yesterday was much of a cozy hobby day, but today definitely will be. I also think I'm going to pick up Animal Crossing if I have time for it because I haven't checked on my little Animal Crossing village in a little while. So, okay, I'm in my kitchen and I am baking my cheesecake. I've been baking it for 14 minutes. I'm gonna make it for 50, I think. I don't know, the recipe says 30, but I did 30 last time and that was nowhere near enough. And then I looked up a bunch of other recipes and they bake theirs for about 60. So I think I might check on it at 50 minutes and see where it's at. And I made the Reese's bars, actually these. I can show you if you would like. Here they are. The Reese's bars. He really likes these. I guess I could have made them like in a smaller tub, but just wanted to update you on my baking. So, okay, it's Tuesday and I'm getting ready for the day, but I thought I would choose my outfit because I think I'm gonna get a coffee soon. Not a coffee, I'm gonna get a chai, I think, and possibly get lunch in a little while, so I'm gonna choose my outfit. I thought you could help me. Okay, I think I might want to wear this dress. There's this one. It's really nice today, so I definitely want to wear a dress. There's this one. which I have not worn yet because I'm not quite sure about it. It was definitely an impulse purchase, but I think if I shorten the straps, it might be cute. So there's this one, but I think this is the one. I'm gonna try it on. We'll see. But I'm in my pajamas still. It's almost 1 o'clock. I, for some reason, hate changing out of my pajamas. I don't know why. I just want to stay in them all day, but it is Stuff Your Kindle Day, or Stuff Your e-reader, whatever. And there are a ton of books on Kindle Unlimited. I want to say until the 20th. Today's the 15th of April. But this morning I stuffed my Kindle. I thought you could borrow 20 books from Kindle Unlimited. And I think because I borrowed a collection of multiple books in one, I think it's counting that as multiple books. But I might go through my Kindle library and take some out, but I wanted to show you. Here's my... I actually need to clean out my library. One of my bad habits is not removing like the library books or the books I've already read from my library. From my Kindle library, I mean. So it tends to get a little crowded and messy on my Kindle really quickly. But today, maybe it would be interesting to show you all what I have on my Kindle library. Because I have a ton. Oh, actually, I know. It didn't count that book collection as one. I just found a bunch of books on my library that I didn't know I had. So I'm just gonna go through, tell you what I have, and I'm also gonna, I think, get rid of some. I have The Perfect Escape, When the Moon Hatched, What Lies Beyond the Veil, A Fate of Wrath, Truly Devious, Guild, Don't Believe It, Midnight at the Christmas Bookshop, Ruin and Rising, Beartown, Enchantra, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and then the ones I got today in the Stuff Your e-reader sale special kind of thing going on is the hybrid Earthrise. What is it? Earth Alone. It is called the Earthrise series. They had the whole collection in one, so I got that one, and then the series Where Fate Whispers and Where Destiny Lies. That's book 2. Then Curse of Stolen Flame, Curse of Shadow and Thorns, and Altera. And something I had before, but I don't know why it moved up, is Pride and Prejudice. So I definitely need to go through my Kindle again and get rid of a couple of books that I'm not going to read or I've already read, and just clear out my library and get a few more of the books going on in the special. It's probably unrealistic, but if I'm gonna have to double check. If the sale really does go until the 20th, I am going to make a goal to read 2 books in 5 days from my Kindle so that I can make sure and try to get the most out of this deal going on, because I think it's for fantasy. I'm not sure if it's fantasy only. I know there are more days for, like, there's a romance day, and I'm not sure what the other day is, but this special is for fantasy, which is my favorite genre, so I want to make the most out of it. So my Kindle is stuffed to the max, and I'm excited to pick up all these books. Is it only indie books that are on the special? Or is it just being hosted by an indie publishing house? Is it? I'm not even sure who's hosting it, but I am super excited, and I can't believe I actually remembered. While we're on the topic of books, I'm almost done with Rebel Witch. I have about 30 pages left, so I'm almost done. I want to finish it today, but if I'm not wrong, this book is a duology. but I'm not sure how we're going to wrap the book up in 30 pages. I think I've said this before, but it's just personally not my favorite when the ending of a book is super, super short, when the whole book was kind of leading up to this main event, and then the event wraps up really quickly. In fact, I was thinking about this the other day, and I think that Throne of Glass, some might say the ending was too long, but when I'm talking about like the big event at the end of each book, it doesn't wrap up in less than 100 pages. I feel like the main event, the fight scene, or whatever it is, the conflict, is written out in a good amount of time, and not just it happened, the end. Other books, I think, definitely don't do that, and it's not my favorite. I just wish the ending would take a little bit longer because the lead up was so long. At this point, I would think this is going to be a trilogy because of how little time we have left to wrap up this book. That's what I'm thinking so far, that I think it might be one of those scenarios where I wasn't happy with the length of the ending. I just feel like it rushes it. I also think that Onyx Storm did a really good job of having a longer ending and just didn't wrap it all up in a couple pages. But I'm not sure if I felt like that when I was reading Onyx Storm. Now that I'm thinking about the book, though, I do think that the ending was a good length, I mean. I said earlier when I wasn't very far into the book that I really loved the romantic tension between Rune and Gideon. But I was not expecting this book to take like a really sad and kind of dark turn. Like, I think it really turned this. The first book feels a lot heavier than the first half of this book. And so when it finally started to get heavy, it was kind of like a shock. It started to feel like this book was very lighthearted almost. Just not very high stakes. Like, it didn't feel too heavy until this plot point happened, and then it started to feel heavy. But in the first book, it felt very high stakes right from the beginning. But this book is a lot like the first book a little bit. I mean, it's continuing the series, so this one, Gideon is the witch hunter still, hunting Rune the witch, but now things are very complicated between the two of them, so it makes it difficult for either of them to do what they're supposed to do. And there is a lot of complicated feelings between the two of them in this book. I am so happy with how the two of them resolved their issues, and I feel like finally that they really go from hating each other in the beginning of this book to finally right towards the end changing how they feel, and that progresses over the course of almost the entire book. So I think that is a really great storyline, just not them re-falling in love immediately, because they do have issues with each other, and those issues wouldn't be resolved really quickly. So I feel like this was a very realistic progression, and I love to see it. I love a slow burn, like the slowest of burns. Like, I feel like Divine Rivals was a very, very good slow burn. But that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna finish reading this one, let you know how I feel about the last 30 pages, and pick a new book on my Kindle to read. And I also need to work on my TBR because it's halfway through April and I'm not even close to finishing my TBR. So I think I'm gonna have to make that a priority very soon. I'll let you know how I feel about this book and what I end up choosing to read next. Okay, so I'm finally filming an outro, and I did end up finishing Rebel Witch. The ending, unfortunately, I did think was a little bit short and rushed and could have been explained just a little bit with more detail, but I did think the ending was really good and a little predictable. I did see it coming, but I still thought it was good, and even though it was short. I'm not sure if it was in an epilogue or if it's the last chapter, but I loved it. I thought that was really, really cute. I ended up, let's see, what did I rate it? I still ended up rating it 5 stars, even though the ending wasn't my personal favorite, because the rest of the book I loved so much. I was thinking about it again, like I have not stopped thinking about it, but the love story kind of reminds me of Titanic. The endings are nowhere near the same, but the love story just reminded me of Titanic and like the plot and stuff. So if you like that movie, you might like this book. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching just the last couple of days. Not a full week in my life, but a few days in my life. And yeah, I hope to see you real soon. Bye.